Have you ever thought about why we learn math beyond simple counting? One, two, three, that's easy. But what about all the spaces in between those numbers? The real world isn't always made of neat, whole things. It's full of halves, quarters, and tiny little bits. From a baker making the perfect cupcake to a scientist mixing precise chemicals, getting those in-between numbers right is everything. Today, we're taking math out of the textbook and into the real world, starting right in the kitchen. Cooking is probably the most delicious way to use fractions. Every recipe is a math problem waiting to be solved. You'll see things like 1/2 a cup of milk or 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's try an example. Imagine a recipe asks for 1/2 a cup of milk, but you only want to make a half-sized batch for yourself. So you need 1/2 of a half. What does that even mean? Think of it like a chocolate bar. If you break a bar in half, you have 1/2 piece. Now, if you break that piece in half again, what do you have? You have 1/4 of the original bar. It's the same with the milk. 1/2 of a half cup is 1/4 cup. Suddenly, fractions aren't just numbers, they're the key to not messing up your dessert. But it's not just about food. Let's head to the running track. In a 100-meter sprint, the winner might beat second place by just 5/100ths of a second. That's 0.05. It's an incredibly tiny sliver of time, but it's the difference between gold and silver. This is where decimals come in. They let us be incredibly precise. Here's another puzzle. Say you have two pieces of string. One is 12.4 centimeters long, the other is 12.35 centimeters long. Which one is longer? The trick is to line up the decimal points and compare the numbers right after it, the tenths place. The first string has a 4 in that spot, and the second has a 3. Since 4 is bigger than 3, the 12.4 centimeter string is longer. It doesn't matter that the other number has more digits after the decimal. All right, let's put this into practice with a few quick problems. First, a beginner one. I need 1/4 cup of flour for a single mug cake. How much flour do I need for 4 mug cakes? Well, you'd need 4 of those quarter cups. 1/4 plus another, plus another, plus another. 4 quarters make a whole, so you need 1 full cup of flour. Easy enough. Now for an intermediate one. A bottle holds 1.5 liters of water. If you drink 0.5 liters, how much is left? This is just subtraction. 1.5 minus 0.5 leaves you with 1.0 or just 1 liter. Ready for a challenge? A wooden board is 3 meters long. First, I cut off 1/2 meter, then I cut off another 0.25 meters. How much is left? This one mixes fractions and decimals. Let's think in decimals. 1/2 meter is 0.5 meters. So we start with 3 meters and subtract 0.5. That leaves us with 2.5 meters. Then we subtract the other piece, 0.25. So 2.5 minus 0.25 gives us 2.25 meters left. See how they all work together? So why does all this matter? Because whole numbers alone aren't enough to describe the world. Life happens in the fractions and decimals. When you measure something, you're not just finding a number, you're placing it on a giant, invisible number line that governs everything. A ruler, a measuring cup, a stopwatch, they're all just physical versions of that number line, tools we can hold in our hands. Learning to use fractions and decimals isn't just about passing a math test. It's about learning the language of precision, the language used to build, to create, and to understand our world, one small piece at a time.